In this video, we will be showing you a practical guide on how you can support your child in Year 1 with addition, following our maths calculation policy. In Year 1, we continue with part-whole models. Children in the concrete part of their learning will be using counters, unifix cubes, or any counting object. Here we have multi-link. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 in this part. In this part we have 1, 2, 3. 3 in this part. Children will now be expected to write the total in this hole here. This is a part whole. When children are confident at using concrete objects to support their learning, they can move on by writing the numbers in each part of their part-whole model. For example, 3, 5 would total 8. 3 add 5 equals 8. Then finally, they would move on to being able to write this as a number sentence. 3 add 5 equals 8. When adding two different numbers, bar models in Year 1 will also be introduced. Here we have a bar model using multi-link. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add 1, 2. Children will then be able to find the total using these concrete objects by adding them all together. This can then be transferred into pictorial. 5 add 2, using the squares in the maths book to be able to help them. Finally, children will be able to move on to the abstract method of writing the number sentences, understanding that addition can be done in different ways. 5 add 2 equals 7, 2 add 5 equals 7, and also 7 equals 5 add 2, or 7 equals 2 add 5. When adding larger numbers, children are encouraged to start with the largest number and count on. Using concrete objects, children are encouraged to use a bead string, starting with the largest number and counting on. Pictorially, children can then extend their understanding by using a number line. This can either be drawn or be produced for them. Here we would start at number 10, being the largest number, and count on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, reaching 14 as our total. Finally, children will be able to move on to the abstract understanding by writing 10 add 4 equals 14. We encourage children to put the largest number in their head and count on. This is a tens frame. Here we have 10 parts to our frame. This is particularly useful for when we have totals that go above 10. For example, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already using concrete resources, we can see that the total is above 10. Then, moving on to the pictorial part of learning, children will be encouraged to use their understanding of part-whole models, knowing that 5 is 4 and 1. In which case, this will support them when using their understanding on a number line. Starting with 6, children can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to 11, meaning 6 add 5 equals 11. But because we're bridging past 10, children may want to use 6 add 4 and then add the 1. This supports them and builds on from the concrete method of using the tens frame. When children are very confident at using this method, they will be able to move on to the abstract method, solving problems. For example, if I am 7, how many more do I need to make 11?